Look, I was exactly like you and I used to care so much about what other people think. I was really afraid to approach girls, talk to strangers, like deadass. Even just holding an eye contact while talking to camera, talking to strangers, talking to other people, it was a struggle. It really just holds me back from doing the things that I want in my life, and up until this day, I still regret from the things that I did not do. And all of that happened simply because I care way too much. Now, I went from this guy not having the balls to talk to strangers to literally delivering a speech and impacting people's life publicly. And the weird thing is that I feel comfortable while doing these things. Well, way too comfortable actually. If you watch self-improvement video for quite a while, you might notice some YouTubers out there, they tell you to be Giga Chad, to act like Thomas Shelby, to act so cool because it seems cool. But you know what? I really hate the fact that they tell you to do those things because it is actually quite the opposite. But Albert, isn't this video about how to stop giving a so that my friends will start to like me and my friends will think that I'm cool? I told you a quick story about how I went from an insecure guy to being able to talk publicly all while being myself, but I also went through a phase where I just stopped giving a completely. And I think that I'm the first YouTuber to say this, but to absolutely not give a about what other people think will destroy you. Because when COVID hit, I started to get through this phase where I just stopped giving a completely, and it destroyed my relationship with everyone around me. It's like I was being surrounded by my families and my friends, but I just choose to outcast myself and choose to not care because they just don't matter to me. And all the other YouTubers out there that tell you that you need to be cold, you need to act like Thomas Shelby or Patrick Bateman simply because to get others to like you, those people that tell you that advice probably need validation and attention in order to feel themselves internally. And after living about 23 years of my life, I come to a realization that you need to have a fine line when it comes to this. And this is why this video doesn't start with, oh yeah, here's 7 ways to stop giving a fuck, here's 7 ways to act like Thomas Shelby, how to be cool, how to be Giga Chad, how to be Patrick Bateman and all that stuff. It doesn't start with that. We're going to talk about why we give a so much, especially towards how other people think of us. And once we know the root cause of what happened, how can we actually ourselves while having the balance to do so? Now let's get straight into it. The reason why we care so much as humans is because humans are selfish. Because at a very fundamental level, it is sort of like a defense mechanism that will protect us from outside things that will harm us. This is why when you're sitting on an airplane, you saw a guide that you need to put on your mask first before helping others, right? In the society that we're living in right now, we are required to take care of ourselves first before we're able to take care of other people. And this kind of actually applies to self-improvement as well, because you need to be 1 step or 2 steps higher before you can actually help the people that is below you to get up and have the same level as you. Now, another reason why we care so much about what other people think of us is because it is part of our nature. Whether you like it or not, we kind of crave attention and validation. When you were a kid, you probably watched like National Geographic or Animal Discovery Channel, and you come across this one video. I don't know if you ever watch it or not. There's like a bird or like a species, they have to do like a weird mating call or like to show their colors to their potential mate in order to reproduce. That is us, but just in a less crazy way. I gave you 2 reasons why we are selfish, or like why we care so much. And when we are selfish, we create this effect of what psychologists or scientists or whoever call it the spotlight effect. It is where you feel like other people are watching you or paying you a close attention, but when the truth is that you're actually not. I mean, people do notice you, right? Like when you're walking in public and you notice that people are watching you, just some people. But you want to know the truth? Around 5 minutes or 30 minutes later, those strangers that paid attention to you wouldn't even care less or even have forgotten about you, because they probably care much more about how their hair looked today. My hair should look like but anyway, doesn't matter. Or have they actually fed their pets instead of focusing on you? I used to care way too much about what other people think, that when I'm in a public space, I used to like style my hair like this just to make sure that my hair looks good. There's a very good quote saying that when you're 20, you just care about what everyone thinks of you. When you're 40, you start to stop caring about what everyone thinks of you. And when you're 60, you kind of realize that no one was ever thinking about you in the first place. Now, you don't necessarily have to be 60 years old in order to realize this. And of course, to stop caring about what other people think, it is much easier said than done. Because it actually took me 3 years to start a YouTube channel. I've been holding it back because I just care way too much about what other people think of me. But back in December 2022, that is when my real self-improvement journey started. Now I talk about how quitting social media has increased my productivity by 10 times, but there are other tons of benefit for simply quitting social media like TikTok and Instagram. But Albert, if I quit social media, I won't be relevant anymore. No, I can't follow the latest memes, or I don't know what my friends are up to. You know, whenever you want to know what your friends are up to, that is exactly where your insecurities grow much more and more. And all of the personal Instagram users that tell you that they use it not to gain attention, they're either 80% they're lying and 20% they're just not telling you the truth. Because the majority of the people that use Instagram will show you the highlights, they show you the biggest wins, how much they make in a week and all that stuff. I used my personal account a lot last year, and I just couldn't help but care so much about what my friends are up to, who they're with, where they hang out, where they travel and all that stuff, and that made me care so much about what other people think of me. Even though you know their personal account is like the tip of the iceberg, and some of your friends may even fake the numbers of how much they make in a month or in a week, you just couldn't help but care so much, and you still feel a little insecure about yourself, didn't you? Because I was exactly like you. I tried to remind myself that social media isn't as beautiful as it looks, but it never really helps. And the only time when that insecurity stops 100% is when I logged out from that account. I created a new account specifically subscribed to people that I look up to. David Goggins, Hamza, Imam Ghazi, you name it. By the way, if you found my channel helpful, just subscribe, that is all I ask for. Now the beautiful thing when I logged out from the account isn't just me stop caring about what other people think, but when I stop caring about what other people think, I start to put my focus in a direction that puts me forward in my life. And when you start to put your focus into self-improvement, you slowly remove your insecurity about what other people have achieved. You stop caring about what those people are up to right now. Now my focus right now is what content should I put on YouTube, what is the current algorithm, and how do I make the most out of it. And all of the focus is about productivity and building relationship with the people that matter in my life. And putting my focus on self-improvement for 6 months, it has changed me a lot mentally, physically, spiritually, all the aspect in my life. Like seriously, pure work, deep focus, going to the gym, learning about how to start a business, how to make money, just educate yourself. Starting a good habit like meditation, reading books, whatever that is, a lot of things can happen in just 6 months when you put your focus in the right direction. Remember, if you go easy in life, then life will be hard, but if you go hard in life, then life will be easy. Find comfort in discomfort. See you in the next video. Cheers.